From the hardwood floors to the rafters packed. Welcome to the show. This is Basket the Basket, where the crowd gets loud and the takes get drastic. Breaking down every play, every stat, no plastic. Yo. We talk legends, rookies, dynasties built. From the drive to the dish to the splash, from the tilt, from the opening tip to the closing act. We got the insight you need, straight fact, no cap. From the garden to the bay, where the nets stay snapping, to the shy where the sky and the vibes stay cracking.
Motherfucking damn. Listen, these guys, I wasn't waiting for them, all right? Mailbag stayed somewhere. He probably making him something to eat. And Mooley's just pulled up to the crib, so he'll be here in a second. But what's up, fellas? How you guys doing on this beautiful ass Tuesday? That's right, I switched it. I'm still gonna say beautiful ass Tuesday. You see the new intro, got a new outro. Season 3 Basket to Basket has officially dropped. Welcome. We're ready to start it off good. But while I wait for the boys, I'm just gonna jump into Boston because that's my team. You know, I haven't been giving them too much praise over here. So want to say good job, Boston, not having Jason Tatum. You guys are still competitive. I think last time I checked, they were 3rd in the East. I'm gonna check real quick, 2 seconds. But I wanted to point out Boston's been playing some really good fucking defense lately, bro. Blocking, all I see is highlights of blocks. You know, you got Derek White out there. You got what's my ball headed dude? He out there getting some blocks. You got Jalen Brown going off. His stat sheet for the last couple of games have been crazy, 30, 40 points games. Boston is currently in 4th place, averaging 5 points, 3 blocks, something like that. Doesn't really show in the overall stats, but they begin some monster blocks. They are protecting that paint, and that's what you like to see. It is a group effort of them protecting the paint, so that's good. Like to see more from them. I also heard a couple of reports that Jason Tatum is ready to go. I wouldn't let him come back this season. I'm sorry, that's just me. Especially coming off of ACL tear, I'm definitely letting him sit, gain some time, get some time. Put him in some 5-on-5 situations, stress his body a little bit to make sure it's ready before we just throw him back in there. Unless Boston's like, hey, we're competing for a championship. JT coming back is gonna help us do that. I don't know. Trade season is officially open, so we might see some moves. I know Giannis has been a big name. I would like to see Boston trade. Make some moves to get us set for the next couple of seasons. Somebody like Anthony Simons getting traded for Sabonis, like I said early on, could be good. But Boston is just Boston. My team's never down, never out. Proud of those guys. Keep playing. Walsh is his name, I think. Jordan Walsh. There you go. That's his name. But playing very good ball. I think we dropped our last 2 games, which is fine, to the Bucks in Detroit. But we just came off before that a 5-game winning streak. So I'm proud of those Boston getting out there and doing it. On side Yo, that's some shit. All right. I was you guys stay. Thank you for staying. But my fucking toe hit my power box and cut my computer off, man. Mid conversation, just cut this shit off. I'm not even sure if y'all can hear me. I gotta check audio now. Nah, y'all niggas can't hear me. Y'all can't hear me at all. Voice mod. All right, that's good. Voice mod is open. Let me check my voice mod setting. That's some shit right there, bro. Bang. Bang. All right.
Stop it. Get to that.
Mel ended up on the screen. Don't know how he got there, but go and remove him. But anyway, as I was saying, I was hearing before my damn computer cut off that Wembanyama is going to come off the bench in the Cup tournament, which nobody really cares about. Whoever wins it, wins it. Good luck to those guys. It's Knicks versus the Spurs. I'm going to pick the Spurs in it. I just think the Spurs are a better team. I also did hear that the Knicks could win it all this year. I forget what show was talking about it. They match up well against don't tell me you switch my shit. All right. They match up well against the Thunder, but I don't think so. Bronson is a small guard, which leads to Shea being on him, which is a taller guard. Respect T3. Hopefully, Moo, hurry up and get up here because I need help. Now, let me stop. My computer pulling everything up from restarting right now, so give me a second. This isn't supposed to be here. This isn't supposed to be here. This could go down. Where is my YouTube one? Is gone. Sorry, guys. I got to fix my screens back now. Oh, boy. Still no mail, still no move. Questions in the chat. T3, you said Spurs winning it. Castle Harper will be too much for the Knicks. Yeah, I just don't think the Knicks got it all now. If Cat can go off and Cat could, do his thing, then who knows? The Knicks are a pretty good team. I'm not going to say they're not. But I just don't think they have what it takes to win it all. The Cup, maybe. I don't know if the Spurs really care about the Cup. We will see. But I do got Spurs, whether Wemby starts or he's off the bench. Spurs have a really good young team. Knicks are a decent team. Can't take nothing away from them, but the Knicks are the Knicks. In my eyes, they're just going to be the Knicks, and they're going to get to the point where everybody in the Knicks fans feel like, oh, we about to, and then it's going to fall apart like a boulder hitting bricks. You feel me? Shit going to come tumbling down. Why is that, T3? Boston. Let's keep it up. I don't know if you guys will say. I did say that they said that Jason Tatum might come back early. I would not like him to. I'd like him to take some time out. Sacramento still needs to blow up everything, though, T3. I would like to see him blow up everything. Let me text Woolidge and find out where the hell he at. But T3, why is the Kings fan base is pissed? Kings fans watching Dan Fox and Harrison Barnes and the Spurs and Coach Mike Brown with the Knicks. I mean, the Kings are a bad franchise. I mean, I say this on the football show. You guys know this. Kings are definitely a bad franchise. They did get it together a little bit when they had Fox, Sabonis, and them guys. Had that epic battle with Golden State where Draymond stepped on Sabonis' ribs. But after that, they just went right back to the mediocre selves, getting rid of Fox and him to San Antonio to play with Wemby. Great fit there, right, to have a young point guard. Let me watch my toes so I don't cut my computer off again. To pair with Wemby, Harrison Barnes is great. But Kings are the Kings. I don't expect much from the Kings. Mooley's just pulled up. I'm giving him a second to load in, and I'll get him up here, and then we can start the show for real. Mooley, just letting you all know we are live. So I'm gonna put you up on the screen, and we're gonna go at it. I kind of want to fix this real quick while we live. There we go. That's much better. What's up, Moo?
All right, bet.
Oh man,
You got a little mic
lot,
noise.
I guess.
You got a little mic noise. It's a little.
Hold on, real quick.
Kings media tried to use Fox and Coach Brown as scapegoats, but obviously it wasn't their fault. Kings are 6-20. I mean, 100%. There are good coaches and good players on bad teams, and this is why I say coaches matter a lot, right? When it comes to especially bad teams, right? Because you need to change the culture, you need to change the atmosphere there. But when you have a good player like Fox, a lot of times when your team is bad, you wind up trading that player because it's like, all right, this isn't working. But is it really working? Or you let go of your coach because this isn't working? But is it not really working, or is just the players that you have there just not meshing and playing well together? But they did say everybody's up for grabs. Like I said, trade season just opened. Let's see if the Kings do make some moves. That's it. Move. Who you got winning the cup? Knicks or Spurs?
Damn, that's a good ass question. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
I thought
I'd be able to pick a team off the rip.
Me and T3 got the Spurs.
Yeah, I thought I'd be able to pick a team off the rip, but this is kind of tough because the Spurs have been playing really, really, really well as of late, and the Knicks are really solid. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like outside of all the other stuff that happens with New York with the Knicks are a really good basketball team, and I think a lot of people forget that. And I think this year, with them having another year to kind of really gel and get that under their belt, they're really formidable. Not saying that the NBA Cup is like end all be all to like a shortcut or like a fast track to the finals, but just looking at how they play basketball, they look really, really good and really, really solid and really put together. It's kind of tough. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's gonna come down to, at the end of the day, who plays better defense. I do like the Spurs defense a lot better than I like the Knicks defense, obviously, but the Knicks offense is really good as well. I'm gonna say, give me the Spurs in a close one. This one has the potential to go in overtime. I'm not gonna lie to you. Just looking at the last game that the Spurs played and the last game that the Knicks played, when they kind of meet, I think we might be in for a show. It's gonna be some good basketball outside of the NBA Cup or whatever the case may be. I think just the matchup itself is going to be a show for good basketball, which I think was the motive for the NBA and the NBA Cup. I guess they wanted to put it in that sense.
Okay, thank you for that, Moolage. But let's jump into our main topic. Jalen Williams, Thunder, OKC Thunder, had some choice words, and he said that the Thunder today, 2025-2026 Thunder, could beat the 95 Chicago Bulls, the 2017 Golden State Warriors, and the 2019 Raptors. Only team I'll give them right off the back, Mo. I'm not holding back. The only team I will give them off the back is maybe the Raptors. Maybe the Raptors. Right? Because Kawhi, lucky bounce, whatever. Maybe the Raptors. What's up? 3DY NBA. Thank you for stopping by. But I'll give them the Raptors. But that 2017, if I'm not mistaken, they had KD, no?
Let's go ahead and do some research real quick. But what's in? Yeah. Oh, this is funny. What's interesting is, yes, actually they did have KD on that roster. But what's interesting is, I kind of share your same sentiments, right? When it comes to the Raptors, right? But what's interesting about this, right? And this is what I thought of when I first seen this post is, why is it that a lot of these, I guess, younger teams or a lot of these young records are compared to those of the teams that are listed, right? And I often wonder, is it because they hold other teams that have won championships in higher regards, right? For for example, right? A lot of the times you hear this, oh well, this team can beat the 72, the 73-9 Warriors, right? This team can beat the 72-10 Bulls, right? But it's never, oh well, this team can beat the 3P Lakers, right? It's never this team can beat the Boston Celtics, right? Like I never hear, I never hear just that kind of. It's always just kind of the I guess it's kind of always the same stuff. So I'm like, why is it? Is it because you guys don't match up well, and you feel like the team that you guys have named, you guys match up well against, and you guys could possibly get a few advantages with a few matchups? Because when I look at it, right, and just looking at the matchups, right, it's not really as close as what people may think, right? So even when it comes to the Warriors, the Bulls, or even the Raptors, right, the matchups aren't always in your favor, right? Like we got to understand where basketball was back then, and that time period to where it is now, it's completely different, right? So I just can't think that even with the Raptors, right? I just can't think that somebody like even with how good OKC is to come in and just be like, yeah, no.
That's why I said maybe.
Yeah, that's why I said like I'm with you on the same sentence.
I don't got them. Yeah, I don't got them beating the Bulls
because it's hard. It's hard to say, like you said, bro. Like we always bring up, like you've always brought up this argument, right? And I've always bring up this argument when it comes to players going back in the day or players coming in this time. You know, we talked about this years back, and we always bring it up. It always comes back full circle, right? You can't just have two eras or two different time periods play against each other because you have to go according to the rules of that era, right? Or the development or the evolution of that era. So you can't just say, oh, well, yeah, no, the 2024 OKC is going to beat the 2025 or the 2019 Raptors. Are they though? Because that team was really good defensively.
That team was really good.
And they could shoot.
I'm with you, T3. They got to stop it, man.
See, and that's the thing. So it's like when it comes to the Pacers, right? The 96 Bulls and the 17 Warriors. Come on now, like that's a tough ask, right? And I get it, right? It's a pop question. It's something to get the people talking about it, right? Like we're doing right now. But at the same time, it's like I want to see people start to talk about other championship teams, right? Well, nobody talk about the Pistons. Either one of them.
Right. Nobody brings Boston in the equation. Nobody brings, the Pistons, the 2 day one. No, nobody brings none of them. Nobody's just.
I ain't heard the repeat Rockets not once, bro. Not once have I heard the repeat
Rockets is good.
Why not? Like I said,
Rockets is good. Jalen Williams from the Thunder said that today's Thunder team could beat the 95 Bulls, the 17 Warriors, and the 19 Raptors.
I guess, man. It took them 7 games to beat the Pacers, so it's like I don't see that at all. Like this, and I'm not saying the Pacers was a bad opponent, but yeah, I'm not buying that, bro. I honestly, I don't see them beat none of those teams, bro. Like honestly,
that's what I'm saying. It's like I'm not saying that they get blown out or they, I'm saying it's an utter beatdown. I'm just saying, like, to say that so confidently you're going to go in and beat these teams, I don't know. The way those teams are built, the offenses they run, the defenses, the paces that they ran at, I'm sorry.
That, like, the 17 Warriors in particular, like, they the one team that could just beat you kind of, like, both ways, like, with their defense and with their offense. Like, it's gonna be a problem. Like, I don't see. I get the Thunder thinking that their defense can go on par with anybody's, though, for sure. I get that they do have some of the best defensive personnel, but
yeah, but see, the thing is, right? They do have a good defense, but is their defense the 96 Bulls defense?
It's on par with it. I can't lie.
Is their offense the 96 Bulls offense?
It's similar. I don't know. It's basically you have Shea, and then you have a complimentary player like JDub, and you can argue that their third option scoring wise is better than the Bulls' third option scoring wise. Well, Tony Kukoc and Shet, they kind of similar actually, like for the eras. So like,
Wasn't Rodman on that team too? 96.
yeah, but Robin offensively ain't really giving you much. He's
Defense,
he's like a Hardenstein.
I don't
like
right, but I don't think the Thunder
Hardenstein.
but I don't think the Thunder have anybody that's gonna do the Rodman and then Rodman's boards, crashing the boards. I see OKC, but I just think the way, and like you said, different eras, Mulich that it comes down to. But I don't think that this Thunder team has enough to stack up against the '96 Bulls because they're champions already. They're at this time what they three-peated.
No, that was that's the second three-peat. But
Second,
they still had Scotty and Mike, obviously, which matters. But I'm not saying they
Celtics. I'm taking the Celtics.
I don't know.
I take
that
it's a good matchup.
It's a great matchup, but the thing with the Celtics is that they really match up so well. I just don't think nobody match up against Jordan well. Like I don't think it's one defender on the Thunder that can slow Jordan down. And
then you got to think about Pippen too and what he's gonna do on like. You could throw Michael at Shea, you could throw Pippen at Shea, you could throw Rodman at Shea. Was Ron Harper on that team still?
That's who you gonna put on them, Ron Harper.
Yep. Like you probably throw Ron Harper on that.
You got people you can throw at the OKC, and trust me, the OKC who in today's league plays with the tenacity of the Bulls in 95, 96 defense.
I'm telling you that Thunder defense. That Thunder defense, pretty close.
But the Thunder not playing the Thunder's defense. The Thunder is playing other teams' defense. So I'm saying, in what opponent do they have that's playing the defense that the Bulls is playing?
Oh, nobody's.
So when you come against that, you don't even know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah.
You don't know what the fuck you're doing.
I agree with it. That's why I say like the only team offensively that could do something with that type of defense would be the 17 Warriors.
Right. But and then even with the 17 Warriors, who on their team they got to match the three-headed dragon and Clay, Steph, and KD?
No, that's what I'm saying. They don't have nobody that can really match that. I mean, you're gonna throw maybe a guy like Caruso on Steph and pray to God that Steph still don't do Steph-like things, but KD's just a whole different monster. They have nobody to check them.
Nobody at all. And then what are you gonna do? Leave Clay in the corner open?
And the thing about with KD, it's like you gotta be able to match him offensively. You gotta do something to him offensively to kind of slow him down. And I don't think Jalen Williams or nobody else really gonna do that.
I'm with you. And then the Raptors is probably the only team that I say maybe 2019 Raptors. Maybe they could beat them. Maybe.
If Kawhi playing like Kawhi though, I don't see it.
And that's why I said maybe, because Kawhi and that Toronto team was a big axe too. And I don't think the Thunder understand what type of player Kawhi was. That's especially that season for Toronto and what he went there and proved. I don't think nobody gets in his way of proving that.
I think Jalen Williams is doing what a lot of people do, in that sense. Like it's hard to not take your guys. I get it. It's like you don't want to be rooting against yourself. It's probably healthy to actually think that you could beat any team. If we healthy, we could beat any team. Like that is the mindset of most champions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it should be, but I think at some point they get delusional.
I just think you shouldn't say it though. Like you shouldn't make it.
Say it amongst the locker room to your boys and shit.
Yeah.
But don't be telling who he told Agent. It was an Agent Zero that was interviewing him.
Something like that.
It was Agent Zero, Agent 00. That's my guy. I used to watch him on YouTube. Shout out Agent. But yeah, I think they get ahead of themselves because if we had a time machine, these niggas just make a time machine and put these players in the time machine and send them back to play one game against the Bulls. I bet you they come back crying.
Oh, definitely. If they got to play in the 90s, the league is much different, bro. Like that's
Shea ain't drawing no offensive or whatever defensive fucking flopping call. That nigga get fucked
he's
up.
not getting the half the calls.
That nigga get fucked up. You feel me? He's getting fucked up. I don't know what happened to Mel. He was there, now he not. But yeah, I don't see it, Jay Wills. I like the confidence, but I don't see it.
I love it. I love it, man. I really do. You shouldn't think
I
nobody should beat
respect
you.
it. I'll say that.
Yeah, that's what I mostly mean. I respect it. I get it.
It's understandable coming from a young team that just won a championship. Talking about young, no. Cooper Flag. Cooper fucking Flag. Set the record for rookies season game NBA scoring rookies for 18-year-olds with 39 points, surpassing LeBron for 37 in 2003. How
I thought he
impressed
had
are
40.
you?
I thought he had 42.
42 right here on Bleacher Report. It says 30 in the post. It says 39. Could have been still while the game was going on, but
Yeah, I think he finished with 42.
finished with
if I'm not
42.
mistaken.
Yeah, I did see that. But how we feel about the Cooper Flag being the youngest player to, most points in the game?
It's pretty impressive, I guess. I mean, I just think it's more opportunity with Dallas being kind of hurt. But that's also a good thing for a rookie like that. He was the number one draft pick. Like he's getting his feet wet, which is good because it didn't seem like he was going to initially get his feet wet. This team initially seemed like they had, contender type team written over them. We think of Anthony Davis, and then it was talks of Kyrie coming back at some point in the season.
He
So
should be
it's
coming
like
back next week, I think.
exactly. So you would think that Dallas would be kind of like not necessarily trying to develop him, but like they got their go-to guys in place right now. So it's good to see him get this opportunity and he's kind of making the most of it right now.
Don't get me wrong. I like it. Because I think he's starting to, like Boab says, I think he's starting to kind of establish himself in the league. He played 42 minutes, so obviously he's getting his cardio, he's getting his running. You know what I'm saying? He's getting that work. But mainly what I'm looking for, because I know he can score, right? I'm not gonna lie to you. I know he can score. We know he can score. We did that at Duke. But main thing I'm looking for in Coop is how consistent is he going to be able to do it on both sides of the ball, right? And not saying that this has to be something that he has to jump on immediately, right? But with the knock on Luka, especially when he was in Dallas, I'm assuming that they want somebody in said spot. Not saying that they want somebody in Luka's spot, but they want somebody in said spot like a Cooper Flag that can give you high altitude offense, but at the same time give you high effort on defense. So just looking at his effort on defense, looking at how he moves, looking at how he slides, his presence in the paint, his hands, the way he gets in the passing lanes, that's what I'm really looking at, and just how consistent he can be on a night in, night out basis. But he looks good, right? Like Boab said, he's getting his feet wet. He's starting to establish himself in the league. He's starting to really understand how NBA basketball works and how the game works and how the game's starting to unfold to him. And then really just starting to see how he fits in that Dallas offense and what Jason Kidd exactly wants from him. So I think it's going to be interesting, right? Obviously, I don't know if anybody really noticed, but when he plays well, the team really plays well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Clay plays well, Galford plays well, like they all play a lot better. PJ Washington plays well. They all play a lot better when he plays well. Now, I don't know if that's because they're running the offense through him, or if it's because the way he's playing gives everybody more opportunity and more space to get their opportunities and get their shots off. So, like I said, I like how he's developing, I like how he's coming along. We'll see what happens with the offense and with the team when Kyrie returns to the lineup. Like I said, I believe it's next week because I just seen something on it, I think today or yesterday. So that'll be interesting. With the interesting dynamic. We'll see how the Mavericks look from that aspect, and then we'll go from there.
So in Cooper's last 5 games, 42, 7, and 6 with 2 blocks, 1 steal, 22 points with 5 rebounds, 8 assists, 1 block, 1 steal, 19, 5, and 3 with 2 and 2, 2 steals, 2 blocks. And then he had a 16 with 2 rebounds, 2 assists, no steals, no blocks. and he had 22 with 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. So the guy is getting some blocks. That's what what stuck out to me is he's actually getting some blocks, playing some defense, whether that's in the passing lanes or chase downs or whatever you want to say. He's getting some steals along too, whether that's passing lanes or straight up. So the defensive side is there, which I like to see. Offense is always going to be there. He's not shooting bad for the year. Let's see what it is. 42% from the field, 25 from the 3-point line. But not everybody can shoot 40% from the 3-point line. That you want to improve as he gets older. He is a rookie, and I know some people like Mel is out there like, but why you don't talk like this about Shador? Back to basketball. Definitely, we're going to see some improvement from him. I'm with Mulich. I would like to see how they utilize Cooper Cup when Kyrie gets back. Cooper Cup when Kyrie gets back. I just researched him and I put Cooper Cup, bro. Want to see how he plays with Kyrie. It'll definitely take some of the ball out of his hands. Kyrie definitely has a player he can get it to. I would like to see Cooper, Anthony Davis, and Kyrie play together, healthy for the rest of the season, so we kind of see what that trio looks like.
Yeah,
I'm not a fill-in host. I'm the host.
I'm definitely curious to see what the trio look like. Obviously, health is going to be a major concern with them. But yeah, overall, I would like to see what this team in general can do, even though it's kind of about 35 games in, or 30 games in roughly. But
yeah, absolutely. You should definitely put something together.
oh yeah, it's I wouldn't see them getting like a top 4 seed, but they could definitely sneak in, definitely put themselves in like a wild card type of situation.
Don't worry, this Friday I got him. Don't worry, T3, I got him Friday. But I host Tuesdays, Mulich hosts Thursdays, and Mel hosts Fridays. Just so you guys, I am the host of Tuesday Shades. I don't know. I mean, Dallas is in a tough spot because their best 2 players are injured. I mean, Klay Thompson isn't playing up to Klay Thompson. They do have PJ Washington and Daniel Gafford, which is 2 solid pieces.
Lively. They got some decent pieces on that
Max
team.
Christie, decent pieces.
You got D'Lo, you got D'Angelo.
D'Lo, you got Dante Exum out there as a good off the bench. Mm-hmm.
They got a decent little cash.
Caleb Martin could definitely give you something out there. Dwight Powell, which they had the Powell for a long time.
I thought Dallas and the Clippers were like 2 of the deepest rosters in the league.
Mm-hmm. Clippers are just shit now. I don't know what the fuck going on with them.
It's
Derek Lively's out for the season.
Who?
Derek Lively's out for the season.
Oh, I thought you said James.
Fucking Dwight Powell's been with Dallas for 12 years. Man.
12 years?
12 years, bro. He got traded from Boston. He never left, nigga. Just stayed there. He just I'm here.
It don't even seem like he's been in the league that long.
Yeah, I'll look at that.
Wait.
So he went to
12 years?
So he's played 11. Hold on. I might have miscounted. He's played 11 years.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. For a role player,
that's a half a year. Okay. So he got traded from Boston in 2014, 2015, and he's been with Dallas ever since. So yeah, 12 years. 11 and a half years.
They must really like what he do over there, bro. And I'm not trying to knock
12 years on Boston, 1 year on
I'm just saying it's not really heard of to hear role players stick around one team for that long. 12 years.
Shout out to White Powell.
I'm not even gonna hold you.
So they have a good squad over there.
Oh, wait a minute. He's there. Udonis Haslam. Never mind.
I was gonna say,
he's there.
You got Draymond too.
Yeah. It could have been LeDon.
You
He
got
said so he got
Draymond.
pictures of somebody in the organization.
He on that.
Mark
He on
Cuban.
that. He on that. The Nasus Antetokounmpo hype. Got pictures of everybody in the organization.
He said, "Yeah, you're gonna let my brothers on this team. I want all 5 of us. You're gonna let
You
us
gonna
on
let
this
my
team.
people on this team.
It's gonna be the starting 5 of Antetokounmpos, nigga. I don't care about Bobby Portis. Put me in, coach."
Shit, Verja was on the Cavs for like 13 years or some shit like that.
Yeah, Vanchard was a solid big though.
I mean, Anderson Varejao was like a. I mean, I'm never playing my.
But sneaking over to the next topic, I wanted to talk about this because you know, Mulich is the residential Warriors fan. Move, what's going on over there? Joe, whatever you say his last name. Had a little back and forth with
I was sitting here like, bro, I don't even know where you was going with it. I could catch it, but I was.
The Warriors owner. Y'all know I'm bad with names. If you don't know, you're gonna find the fuck out. I'm bad with names. Like I'm shit with names. So if I say your name wrong, I'm sorry. It's not on purpose. It's not. My brain just doesn't work that way. Okay. But Joe responds to a Warriors fan. Asked him. So the email, the fan asked him to please do something with the team. Warriors need a real second option, and Jimmy Butler is not being utilized the right way. Basically, what the fan said to Joe. Joe replied, "Yeah, it can be you can't be as frustrated as me. I am working on it. It's complicated. Style of play, coaching desires regarding players, league trends. Jimmy Butler is not the problem." Steve Kerr then said that it's not a big deal that the emails were leaked. Mulich, I'm gonna start with you. How you feeling about all this?
I'm not gonna lie here. That fan, whoever he was cooking. I can't even go lie. I'm not even gonna lie to you. He was cooking low key, but that's crazy because damn, Joe got time today. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like the response to the email, I'm not now. Something tells me that it's maybe like a prominent fan, right? Like somebody who may be like a lifetime season ticket holder, somebody who may be like a somebody who's always courtside, or like a Warrior super fan. They got super fans for every single franchise, whatever the case may be. So like it may be one of those type of people to where he felt like he had to like address it or with something like that. But I guess owners, addressing emails isn't, heard of, per se. But I mean, like I said, he may have felt like the guy was prominent enough to give him an answer. But I'm not going to sit up here and say the fan was wrong. The fan is right? Like, I mean, we got Steph. He comes back from injury. The man has been out of his fucking mind. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't know what needs to change at this point, because we've been beating the dead horse for almost 4 or 5 years now, right? Warriors have no true big, right? Like, obviously, you guys are going to need another second option outside of Steph Curry, right? What are you guys going to do with Draymond, right? Like, it comes to a certain point in time where all of these questions are going to have to get answered. Right?
I agree with you, 3D.
Right? Like, who's going to be the next young core that the Warriors are going to build around? Like, what are you guys doing, right? Like, that's what the main question that everybody's been wanting to ask them is, what are y'all doing, right? Because you still have Steph, who's a really, really viable player, right? Some people still view him as a top 10 player in the league, and you say that you want to win a championship, and we know that he's not going to be here forever, and the championship window is obviously closing. You say that you want to have another young core to come after Steph, right? And then you have another, like, it's just a whole bunch going on that you guys really don't know, or really don't have a set plan or a set like move to where you guys can really operate or really know how to operate, right? And a lot of people did speculate or did call this happening, especially after the departure of Goddamn, I can't even fucking think of his name now. Just literally just fucking left my head. But
Myers.
Bob Myers, thank you.
Bob Myers.
So a lot of people did call this and speculate that after Bob Myers left, that this was going to happen. But to me, in my opinion, you sent the email to the wrong person. I'd have sent it to Dunleavy Jr. myself. You gotta send
Who have your thoughts on it?
You gotta send it to the GM. The GM is the one who's gonna be able to get it done. I mean, send it to Dunleavy. Maybe he can make something happen.
Facts. Nah, I mean, it's not really much to say with this Golden State situation. Honestly, it's just tough. I think it's tough. Again, once you was a dynasty type team, it's hard. That's why I always gave Kobe like that credit, because it's hard to rebuild that culture and reach once it's kind of over with. Like, and then you still trying to do it with the same core. But well, obviously they basically traded Clay for Jimmy at this point, but
essentially
it's still an uphill battle because they're only getting older, their core, and everybody else core is getting younger or just getting put together. So it's always kind of like Golden State just like stuck in the middle. Like they just stuck. They gonna make the playoffs, but it's like that's been the thing. Like the 22 ring was, I don't want to say it was like an anomaly or nothing like that, but realistically coming into that season, I can't see how, unless you was just a diehard Warrior fan, you thought that team was going to win the ring.
Yeah, that was me. I ain't even going to that.
It's because I'm looking at Steph not playing great that season though. Like he was shooting tour dates a lot of them that season. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't playing like incredible basketball. So that was my whole thing. I'm like, if Steph not playing great, even though they was winning, which was kind of mind-boggling too. They were still like a 2 seed or something like that year.
Mm-hmm.
So like that was just my whole thing. Like it was great to see, obviously, but at the same time, like again, they were an older team, you know what I'm saying, and then they basically got rid of their future in Jordan Poole to a degree. Like he was supposed to be the next up guy to take the mantle, and Wiggins, I'm not gonna lie, he kind of regressed following that season, so that hurt it because you was looking for Wiggins to take the next step as well. So I just think Golden State just in that loop right now. They kind of just stuck in no man's land, and it's definitely not a good place to be. Because you would want to see a guy like Steph, at least, because he's still playing ball great. You'll want to see him still kind of competing, and you know, kind of like
So,
what LeBron is doing.
With this comment, Kuminga could have been it. I don't think they stuck. Warriors never stuck any of their draft pick. I just don't think they're good at development, and that's a little bit in this article that I'm reading, that Kuminga has to take a back seat to his development because the Warriors are in a pursuit or on a pursuit for another title, and I think that's what ultimately hurts them, is that the young guys aren't really developing, they aren't consistent. You are relying on your big stars, which would be, Curry and I guess Draymond and Jimmy Butler now. But is that enough to compete? I don't think so. I think Golden State problem is that they it might be wrong of me to say, but to me they kept a couple of guys too long.
I mean, that's kind of fair though, because especially the development part, right? And here's the reason why I say that is because a lot of the other coaches that the Warriors had went on to get jobs. So, like, when you see that, right, don't be surprised. Like I said in football, don't be surprised when your offense looks different, right? When your offensive coordinator goes on to get a head coaching job, right? So, like, when you have shooting coaches, when you have defensive coaches, when you have the directors of player personnel, when you have all of these guys that go on and get different jobs in other places of the league, yeah, it's going to hinder some development, some young players in some aspects, right? Especially like a Kuminga, especially like a Moses Moody, freaking James Wiseman. Like, there's a lot of guys right? Patrick Baldwin Jr.'s, right? There's the Ryan Collins or Ryan Hollins, whatever the heck, the young kid in Milwaukee who's actually balling right now. Like there's just a lot of guys that the Warriors did bring in as young guys that they couldn't necessarily develop or bring that out of them once they got there. And I think that attributes to losing coaches to other jobs. Shit, it happens. That's just basketball. It's business.
What does Kuminga do well?
Excellent question.
Yeah, I mean, it is a good question, but 3D would not go to the development of the team. I mean, because he has good games. He's not consistent, but he does have good games, right? He can score a bunch, can get to the basket. The problem with him is he's not consistent. So it is a good question. What does he do well? I don't know.
That's the great question because he just be doing shit, bro. Like I don't know his defined game. Like I can't tell you. I can tell you he's a great athlete. That's about it.
But did you know what Jordan Poole defining game was when he was with Golden State?
Yes. I could tell he's a inconsistent scorer.
100%.
But you could see that he has a skill set. You could see he can shoot the ball, things of that. He can handle the ball. He can play make. You can see those things. With Kuminga, I just see a guy that basically blow past you when he has mismatches. It's unexpected because he doesn't play as much. Like so when he's in the game, he's really not being game planned for because nobody knows what he's doing. That's the problem.
I agree.
I think with Kuminga, it is what we've seen. Like I've said, we've seen the athletic ability from when he was in the development league or the G League before he got drafted. Now, I think the only problem is he gets too on the floor happy, and what I mean by that is he, like Buap said, when he sees the mismatches, he likes to put the ball on the floor, see if he can blow past the defender and try to go for the easy basket. But he hasn't developed a true jump shot yet. He hasn't developed a back to the basket game yet. He hasn't really developed any true playmaking skills yet. I know a big knock on him that Steve Kerr is always talking about is his rebounding and his defense, right? Him being a bigger type of player, right? He should be able to get his hands in a lot of defensive holes and get his hands into a lot of spaces, be able to shuffle and slide a lot faster, and be able to crash the boards. So that, well, I know, at least personally being a Warrior fan and from what I hear, is the main knock on him. But the real question that was asked in the comments is that's a valid question because he really doesn't do one thing right. And I think that's the biggest thing when it comes to Steve Kerr and his lineup is what one thing can you do right and what one thing can we build on, and then we'll once we master that, we'll start to make way and make headway for other type of skills that you may need to work on, right? Like dribbling, like passing, et cetera. But I do think that for one, his basketball IQ needs to step up a whole lot more. I don't think he truly understands the game of NBA basketball with how long he's been in the NBA. I do think that's a problem because he plays a lot like a street ball kind of style, if that makes sense, right? It's not a real kind of incorporative game to where he's looking around the court, creating spacing for his teammates. It's really like, I'm going to put my head down. If I got a mismatch, I'm going to the rack, and hopefully I'm going to get a foul, right? So the basketball IQ needs to step up. The footwork in the paint and outside the paint needs to step up. Hands also need to step up. Eyes need to be a lot better. It's just a whole bunch of stuff that when you come into the league, especially when you're in an NBA development league, that you should already have picked up on. So when you come into a championship team, you should have the coaches to, I guess, help you develop you and go down that path. But like I said, when you have coaches that get jobs and opportunities elsewhere, it's hard to have them develop in the same path that other players were developed in. So I think it's really just comes to him and his mentality and his mindset and what type of player he wants to be, right? And how long he wants his future in the NBA to last.
And then on top of that, too, T3, the thing about players should be working on the game, they had a chance to let Kuminga walk this summer, and they didn't. So that has to say something about something that they see in the kid. I do think the development team does play an important role because you say players should work on their game in the offseason. But is he being told exactly, hey, this is what we're seeing, this is what we're not seeing, this is what you work on. Your IQ isn't there yet. This is how you study the game. Here are the tools for you to get better. That's a development team. It's handing you the tools to work on your game. Anybody can go to the gym, T3, and do a little crossover. Well, I got to work on my right hand. I got to work on my left hand. You could do that all day. That doesn't mean it's going to translate to the game. Somebody needs to sit with him and develop his IQ, help him develop his IQ to the game, help him see spots on the floor, help him get to here or get to this point when it comes to looking at things on the basketball court. And I think that's where Golden State suffers from, because they had a bunch of young players that we thought were going to be there to turn the realm over. You got the Glove Jr., Kuminga. You got Jordan Poole. You had the other guy you named, Poe, right? Poe's Moody. What's the one they just traded? Looney. There's like two more I'm missing.
I mean, to be fair though, bro, like Kuminga was drafted fourth in the draft or something like that. Like he was like a top 5, top 10 type pick.
Yeah, but if he's getting no play time, how can he do anything?
But I'm gonna finish. So one, like this is the thing. He had opportunity, if I'm not mistaken. Clay was hurt one of those years.
Yep.
So he had opportunity. A problem again is that he just don't have a defined game, and that's not necessarily Golden State's fault. Because when you're drafted that high, it's something you should do well.
100%. I agree there.
That's true.
I agree there.
What and that's and when you come to a championship type team, because even though, like I said earlier, like they wasn't necessarily viewed as that as a true outright contender in 22, but at the same time, that core of Draymond, Steph, and Clay is still hungry for more rings. So they're always in that championship mode. Like everything. That's why when you see Steph talk, that's all he talk about. I want to win another ring. That's literally all he talks about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they said his characteristics would be an explosive, athletic, powerful driver to the basket and developing perimeter skills. But I agree with you, boy. You can't decipher 100% when you look at him what he does well. And that does play into his development. So T3, I'm not just saying this on Golden State, but if I'm seeing that this guy isn't developing and he's not paying attention to the things, somebody has to go redirect him. And if they are redirecting him, right? Because I'm not saying they're not. If they are redirecting him and it's not heating to him, then why not let him walk this offseason and he becomes somebody else headache and then replace him with somebody that's going to help the team right now?
Because they got his bird rights, right? They got
but
his
that
bird
don't
rights.
automatically mean you have to keep him.
True.
No, why you keep him is because he's at a cheap deal. And if he is something, I could trade him for something.
Right, but the problem is Kuminga isn't getting the play time on the court for you to trade him for anything but a bucket of KFC chicken. Like, because nobody can tell you what he is. Just how we say we don't know his strong suits. None of the teams know his strong suit, or somebody would have been calling around asking for Kuminga and trying to get him off that, knowing that he's being underused there. There two things can be true at once.
He could have got offers. He still could have got offers. What happened?
100%. He got an offer from somebody before Golden State signed him. He did get an offer from somebody.
They just matched the offer because it wasn't shit to match. That's how they kept him.
No, I don't know if they matched it. I think they just offered him a contract because he said he wasn't going to take the one. What was the team that offered him the contract? I'm thinking Magic, but it wasn't the Magic. Somebody offered him and he was like, nah, and then he settled for the Golden State, whatever that deal was.
He was Chicago.
Yeah,
he wasn't unrestricted. But he wasn't unrestricted though.
Two things can be true at once. Like, you can have the bird rights to somebody and them not be fit for your team, but you keeping Kuminga, does it hurt you or help you? And that's the problem I have with Golden State. It doesn't seem like them keeping Kuminga is helping them in any way. So would they trade him in this because the trade season just opened? Yeah, they could move him. What they get from him, I don't know, and I don't think they're going to get what they want from for him. And I think that's what they saw in the offseason, that there was no getting what you wanted from Kuminga because, as all three of us said, we don't know what he is. When you could pull a trade for Jordan Poole like this, it's because you know what he is, right? Kuminga, you can't really do that. So I don't know where Kuminga goes from here, because in some way Kuminga could have hurt himself a while, and then in the other hand, Golden State could be hurting him too. And I think the inconsistent play,
you need to go to the gym and just keep working on his game.
100%.
That's what he needs to be doing.
And get in the film, watch film, get in the film room. That's really it. Like I said, you got to be a IQ.
What was his basically his player type? What they were saying, he was a strong driver,
explosive athleticism, powerful driver to the basket, and developing perimeter skill.
I ain't gonna lie to you. If you can't make something happen playing with the greatest spacer in NBA history, I don't know what to tell you, gang.
As I said, what type of player do you want to be? Because it comes to a point in time to where you have to want to develop in a certain type of way in order to conform and confit to a certain type of style. Not everybody's with basketball is completely intricate to where you can change not how you play, but the ways that you play to strengthen the team, right? And in that sense, that'll make you a better player because you develop skills that you didn't even think that you were going to be able to develop, right? So that's what I'm saying. And I think that's what is missing here at the end of the day. Like, you got to be able to change your game or change the way you play to fit how other people or to fit how other teams move and how other teams play, because you always have to be adaptable and adjustable. Right. And that's not even being an athlete. That's just being a high IQ basketball player. Right. Coming in, understanding the game, understanding what you have to do, what you don't have to do, what you can push on, what you can take off, and where you're going to be able to succeed at in the future. And I think that's his problem. You got to get in the film room, bro. You got to get that IQ up higher. It's not just about putting the ball in the hole. It goes beyond that.
It definitely goes beyond it. But it could be, like I said, it's on Kuminga and it's on Golden State. Because if you're not developing, the guy ain't developing, free to spot up for somebody else that's going to help the team. Is keeping Kuminga hurting you or helping you?
That's true.
But it's only like two teams that have a good history or a great history of developing players.
And other ones have decent ones.
I wouldn't even say they have decent ones, because you can't. Golden State developed Steph. They developed Draymond. They developed Clay. Like, all these players got developed there. They was drafted, homegrown talent that got drafted there and developed.
You could say they were developed, but I just think that was in those guys. Yes, some development plays a part.
Bingo.
Right, they was those guys. But I told you, I agree with Kuminga not knowing where he fits, but that could be on him and that can also be on the team, because you got to remember, Kuminga also said that he was promised that he was next up. So that could hurt him if his ego, he thinking I'm next up, and then he gets cut down and cut down and cut down, and they just benched him again. So it's like, it doesn't matter what I do, even when I'm playing well, it's like, I could have did more. When I play bad, it's like, go sit your ass on the bench. It's like Golden State isn't giving him the room, and I'm not saying this is true, but Golden State might not be giving him the room to grow his game with the time that he has on the court. Because if it's inconsistency, I'm in the game, I'm out the game, I'm in the game, I'm out the game, how the fuck am I supposed to grow? What am I supposed to do?
But Detroit, it's like he got more opportunities than just a game, because what he supposed to be doing is showcasing this in practice.
100%. I think that's why they keep him, because of what he showcases behind the scenes. It's just not translated to the court.
What I'm saying is this: he's solid, and they sees a young player, and they probably is trying to keep him for the future. But at the current time, he does not mesh well with the current core that they have right now. He does not mesh well with them. And he should be able to, though. That's the problem.
I agree.
He's playing with one of the greatest facilitators in the league still right now. Like, Draymond's a great facilitator. Green get
drafted to the Spurs, right?
No, he got drafted to Cleveland, I believe.
And he got traded to the Spurs.
I don't even know if Danny Green was drafted.
Let's see.
I don't know. He might have been undrafted.
We can find out.
Drafted to the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah, I remember him dancing on the sideline with Brian and shit.
He played one season for the Cleveland Cavaliers, and then he was with the Spurs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seasons with the Spurs. So my thing here, T3, is You say he went from having handle dunks in high school and college, and he became in the league and became a 3-and-D guy. So do you think him being on the Spurs and having that development team there actually helped him with his strengths?
Yes, but that's the Spurs though. They wanted to.
That's why I'm talking just to T3. His
creme.
His thing. You know, he had handle and dunk, but then he came up 3. He spent 8 seasons on the Spurs being developed by an amazing development staff where Kuminga, I don't know if we could say Golden State has a good development staff. I just don't know. You could say they helped develop Curry, they helped develop Clay, but it's easy to develop guys that already have it. Harder to develop guys that might have it.
Let's just be technical. Let's be technical then. Technically speaking, Kuminga was a higher draft pick than all of them guys.
Yes, T3. There are a lot of teams that develop, but not to the same standard as the top teams. It's not to the same standard.
Yeah, but this is the difference. Like Greg Popovich is an innovator. He was doing that long before, you know what I'm saying, anybody even thought of. I ain't gonna say thought of it, but like the way he does it is different. Like Greg Popovich would sit the whole starting 5 and give guys a chance to showcase and do things that, you know, he's taking notes to see who's going to play in the playoffs. He's doing that in the 30th game in the season. So like that's not everybody's philosophy. You know what I'm saying? He was the first coach to really technically do the load management shit.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Pelicans, I don't know. Are they developing Zion?
I think they tried, but it might have got stalled because of the injuries.
100%.
I think Trey Murphy and Herb Jones is just developing naturally, though. I wouldn't really say they getting opportunity. That team that went through they done lost CJ McCollum. They lost DeJounte hurt, right? Still.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
So, and then Zion is in and out the lineup. So that's good for young players. See, that's what I'm saying. Like Kuminga had a year where he could have kind of got his legs under him and showed something, but he really just didn't. That's because again, he's just raw talent.
Yeah. Which is really what it is. Like he's a really raw player that you have to really take your time in understanding who he is, what he does well, what he doesn't do well.
But I'm with you, Zion. Lonzo could have changed his jump shot. Brandon could have fixed his jump shot. There are certain guys that could get with a guy and be like, look, I noticed this, fix this. Is that part of development? Yes, 100%. But it doesn't mean that they have a good or top tier development team. I'm not seeing, and I could be wrong about this, I'm not seeing a lot of players that's on the Pelicans in high demand. If you develop young players, there's going to be phone calls for them everywhere.
Oh, it's some high demands for Herb Jones and Trey Murphy.
Herb Jones and Trey Murphy, 100%. 100%. Because they're on a bad team. They're good players. And teams will want those type of players.
They two-way players. And Trey Murphy, one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Herb Jones might be a top 5 defender.
Look at the Puerto Rican guard on the Pelicans. You talking about Alvarez?
You talking about Alvarez?
You talking about Alvarez? I know how to say that name.
Shorty Alvarado. That's his name. It's not Alvarez. It's Alvarado or some shit like that.
Alvarez. No, Alvarado.
Yes, it is. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you his name, Trey. Jose Alvarado. Go on, look it up.
I didn't hear them say Alvarado on the TV. I heard Alvarado.
Go on, look it up.
I'm about to look it up.
Are you done?
Okay, Alvarado, you're right. I still call him Alvarez. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit.
Oh man.
But no, T3, we said this from the jump. The same thing I said with Klay Thompson and Stephen Curry. It was their own ability with some development that pushes them to the top 100%. But that does not mean that team has a great development team squad. It does not mean that. That's all I'm saying. Alvarez better player than Jonathan Kuminga. I wouldn't fight you on that.
I was just saying. I mean, who's to say?
I'm not
so?
saying the Pelicans
Right,
don't know how to
wrong.
use their players. That's not what I'm saying. The Pelicans don't know how to use their players. And I'm not saying that the development there is piss poor shit. What I'm saying is they have a decent development team there, so they can help guys in areas where they need help. But they're not a development team like the Spurs. That's a elite development team. Look up Fred Vincent from the Pelicans. 100%, but that does not mean the whole team is great. Doesn't mean every player coming in, they're going to get what they need out of them, and that's every team, even the Spurs. But the Spurs is one of the teams where if we can't get what we need out of here, where other teams is like, nah, we're going to still try to develop you. Brandon Ingram did come into himself a little bit more from the Lakers to the Pelicans, but we already seen glimpses of Brandon Ingram on the Lakers. We already seen that. We kind of already knew what he was going to come out and do if he had the opportunity to.
That's true,
right? So I can understand the fixing the shot. Lonzo, we know what Lonzo Ball is. Lonzo Ball has been Lonzo Ball. You can look at Lonzo Ball and be like, yo, Lonzo is this, right? That's why everybody was kind of like, oh, he's injured, his knee. They wanted him to come back because they know what Lonzo gives you in the game. So you could say, oh, he fixed his jump shot. 100%. You could fix your jump shot too. Tell that Vincent guy to go work with Markel Fultz. That's how he says now. Markel
Fultz.
Yeah, Fultz, and see if he fixed that motherfucking jump shot. The Miami Heat has a good development team. They do.
That is true. They do.
They have a good development team. Does the Kings have a good development team?
Possibly, because they use a lot of those players as trade assets, and a lot of those players do end up going to other teams and playing really well. So, who's to say they don't?
Does the Magic have a good development team?
They got a lot of young players over there. They look competitive.
What about the Pistons? OKC? Like there are teams with good development squads, T3. I'm not saying they don't have them. They are. But some teams can't develop certain type of players. And players that come in and you can see what they are easier to develop than guys like Kuminga that come in and you don't know what they are. He said the Kings have nothing.
I think the Kings have a pretty solid development team.
I think they do too. I don't think they're a good team. Like I said earlier in this podcast, I don't think they're a good team.
There you go.
But they do have young players out there that they develop. What's the defensive guy? Mitchell. Devontae Mitchell. I think that's the name.
Davion Mitchell. Yeah.
Davion Mitchell.
Who's good. Keon Ellis, also a solid player. Keegan Murray, solid player.
That's the name of the job, T3. That's how you get the development squad together, by getting your people, taking guys that you know going to work. That's how you get it together. The Pistons turnaround is crazy. I mean, I would have loved for Killian Hayes to be in it because that's, my guy. But look at how long the Pistons held on to Killian Hayes trying to get that to work out. Could that be the same similar thing as to Golden State with Kuminga? It looks like it to me. But anyway, I'm about to close out the show with some more tier list moves. Boo-Wop, you there? Boo-Wop not there. Every time I try to do this when somebody else besides Mulich is up here, nobody want to come. Yeah, pray for Killian Hayes. I thought he was going to be something when they drafted him, and he turned out to be nothing. Now, could that be is that they drafted him on a bad team where they wasn't turning around? Could they have drafted him thinking he was a player that he wasn't, like Kuminga? Yes, they did. They literally did draft him thinking he was somebody that he turned out not to be. You feel me? So then you go and draft Cade, and look at how the Pistons are now. You put some good pieces around them, and now they bust it. You feel me? Mulich, 2 moves so we can get out of here.
2 moves. All right, let me see. I guess what I'll do is I'm gonna go ahead and take the Clippers, and we're gonna move them down. We're gonna move them boys down to the D in front of the Hornets.
I don't know how you want to do this. Because that don't mean the Pacers come out, and then who will come up from here? Because you put the Clippers here, so it can't be the Clippers.
It can't be the Clippers because I just moved them. So what we'll do is, hold up, wait a second, hold on, wait a second, hold on, wait a second. See, maybe I'm trying to stall so I can give
the Afro. It said,
I'm trying to stall so I can give Boo some time to get back.
Boo up.
What I can do is
This nigga ran in the store. He stopped at the gas station, ran in the store live on the podcast.
Give me some candy, Nick. What I can do is, right? Let me see. Sixers is still. I mean, they're not bad. All right, so look. Okay. I think I might have figured it out. Okay. Put the Sixers. We're gonna put the Sixers. Put them in front of Memphis. We're gonna get the Magic right. Don't worry about it.
Listen, just a couple of weeks ago, y'all was saying that F tier is the right tier. Nobody needs to move from there. Now we got Tony Tone over here, like they don't belong down there.
You know what I mean? So we're gonna get them right, bro. Don't worry about it. We're gonna get them right.
Boo-Wop, are you back yet, nigga? You get out the gas station?
You feel me? Boo-Wop got my candy and shit. You know what I mean? Gummy worms and shit.
Magic suck.
That's not necessarily true though, because they number 5, and they lost France. So jury's out. You know what I'm saying? Because they like to get hurt early and then build on late in the playoffs type shit. So we'll see.
We'll see how that does the Jazz have a good development team? Boo-Wop, you get 2 moves.
Two
moves. What I'm looking at.
This is our tier list, our yearly tier list. We make changes to it almost every week. If you guys come. Mulich's just really been doing it by himself.
You said I get 2 moves.
2 moves. Move any 2 teams.
Holding it down type shit.
This Mulich list, nigga.
I'm gonna pull the Bulls down to
because they see something in him. 3D.
I'm gonna pull the Bulls to D. Yeah, put them to D.
Where at?
Definitely in front of the Clippers.
And then your second move, I ain't gonna touch nothing yet.
I'm gonna put the Heat on the B list.
We're at on the B list.
In front of the Pacers for sure.
All right. We got a dilemma here, Mulich. I gotta fill his spot in. He just moved the Bulls here. You just moved the Clippers here.
All right. We got to move the Pacers down, bro. That's no, that's still too high.
Yeah, but then you still got 5 here. I need to move one of these. All right, chat T3, D3, T3, and 3D. What should I do here? What team would you like to see in C? I'm gonna give you that move to you. Come on, keyboards. We're the keyboard warrior there. Come on. What team going in C?
I personally think, yeah. It's to me the Magic is too low. The Magic too low for me.
I was gonna say you can move Magic up.
So D3. I want to move the Magic up to C, or what y'all want to do? I'm giving the chat a move real quick. He said nobody, because then I could drop Brooklyn down, and then move. I can move the Magic up if that's what y'all want.
Yeah, Brooklyn.
That's what we're gonna do. Hawks to C. No, that's gonna mess it up even more. D3. I'm sure not let us out of here.
Man,
Yeah, I'm putting the Magic in C. That's how we fix it. All right. Next Tuesday or Thursday, we'll make some more moves. If we can get Mel on Tuesday, he can make his moves.
Whoa. We tripping. The Bucks need to come down, gang.
Next week on Basket to Basket.
Oh,
it's a lot of stuff that needs to be fixed, big dog. But you got to remember,
everybody shows up.
It was early in the season, and a lot of these teams look better than they did now. A lot of these teams.
That's why I said we're going to do the tier list beginning of the season to the end of the season to see how much it changes.
It's fluid. We're going to get it right. We're going to get it right.
But anyway, final thoughts, Moolich. Take us out.
Hey, man, y'all already know what it is. Another great show. Make sure you guys tune in Thursday. Basket to Basket, off the glass. You already know we coming at you guys. Going crazy with some more basketball content. Tomorrow, Gentlemen's Talk. Don't miss it. Friday, Inside the Huddle. You guys already know we're not going to stop, so keep coming back until we get that plaque in the back. Because you already know we're going up. We're going to see y'all tomorrow and next week. Peace.
As my man say, stay tuned for the rest of the week. We got some dope shows coming. Y'all see me on Thursday, man. Y'all know what it is.
If it's hoops, we map it. No story, we're lacking. Every week, bring the heat like a fast break happening. So lace up, tune in, let the energy rise. Where the game meets the mic.